Good evening, all, or whatever time of day you're watching it, wherever you're from. But let's have a deck list, shall we? This is what I just ran to yet another 3-2. Changes that I want to make. I don't want that defense grid. That's just a silly card. And I want another Spell Pierce. Which I just fight on the stack. It just tries to, tie up their mana a little better. These are all good. These have been good. I'm going off them, but that's just because I haven't faced Khan for a little while. I'll keep it for now. The main question I had was whether to play put one of these in the side and put the Bajuka Bog into the main. Also, I think I should be going for some different artifact lands. Reason being, a turn 1 play that leads to turn 2 Goblin Engineer is always pretty good, so these probably should just be red. I just don't know what those are. I don't know whether those are what they're called, but I'm going to go for a mix of red artifact lands. So I want an artifact, I want a land. It's got to have this red symbol in it. It's going to be legal in modern. Let's see what we've got. I think we're going to go for a Rust Veil. I've got the blue-white. I think I'll go blue-white, red-green, red-white. Maybe I should have a blue-red. Seems fine. Let's go with that. My mana has been slightly off lately. So, yeah. Let's give that a go. Let's add the rust for this. And I was just going to move one of these to the side. I think I'll play the bog and move the portable hole. I wonder if I could just make this a better sideboard. What would I add? What decks cause me a few headaches? I mean, Vagabond decks I just don't beat, so I'll probably just ignore that. Not Vagabond, but Murktide. So if we're just ignoring Murktide, I probably want another Seal or maybe an Outland. But add the Liberator again. Do that. That seems fine. Let's give that a go. That's what we're going to run in this league for 100 of my finest play points. So yeah, there we go. I guess we should update Stream Decker. I like to try and keep my lists fairly up to date if I can. So we don't have Imperial Recruiter anymore. Don't have Chromatic Star anymore. We've got 3 Thraben Inspectors. We have a Jukabog. I think that's the main deck. Oh, we have a Mindslaver. And then the side, we don't have Jukabog. We don't have Desert. We have 1 of them, 3 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them. How's that look? Right, this hand isn't great, so we'll mulligan. This hand is better, so we'll keep. I took a... I think Thraben is better. I just took a call. Not sure why I've done that, but I have. What's in my sideboard? Alpine Moon. Spin this, play this, go. They reveal Yorion then, I guess. Okay. This guy's 2 and 2 with his Yorion deck. We're going to just run out an engineer. Stage 1 of doing the thing that we want to do. We'll put Lotus Bloom in the bin, and then the next one we'll put the Mindslaver in for later, just in case the game does go long. Yeah, so like I was sort of okay with that. Next turn I could go Inspector plus Call for Tameshi. I could go Inspector plus Engineer. Don't know which. 2. Yeah, it probably has to be Call. So Teferi destroys this. What? Okay. Well, that's an absolute piece of crap. Man. We're kind of beat already. But hey ho, what can you do? Teferi is the sort of card where it's actually blank most of the game. It's just here that it's not, but it's really good here. So we just lost a Lotus Bloom, and we've pretty much lost from here. Bouncing the artifact land was really strong. I can't cast spells, so that just goes hanging out behind my face over there. They still have 4 cards in hand. I'm gonna lead on a 3 with Inspector, I guess. And then playing all the Drama's Call. I'll let down me. Whatever. I'm getting a Tameshi. Feels like they have a counter spell, doesn't it, really? But I don't suppose they really need to worry about that. Oops, my music's coming out of the wrong place. Right. Okay. This does feel very difficult, but I'm not sure it's completely hopeless. No one ever plays an Omnath if they don't have a fetch land behind it. Surely. Boo. Okay. I mean, it sort of feels like they don't run a lot of counter spells all of a sudden. They're pretty good against not counterspell. Spreading Seas doesn't do anything here. If anything, it helps. Right, so here's where we get beat by Solitude, obviously, but also we have no payoff for this right this second. But we're certainly getting Solituded here. We get to draw a card. No Solitude? It's certainly right that we try and find a cultivator. Right. No, let's just stop there. Let's just leave it there for now. It could have got that back, added 3, bounce this, down to 2, 5. So I think I could make like 7 mana. Enough to get the Mindslaver back, but not activate it. They have so much mana, they can't possibly care about this card. But they killed it anyway. I guess just no reason not to just kill everything. Prismatic Ending's going to attack this. And again, I think it's basically game. Unless I draw exactly Tameshi. The game swung on that card. The Teferi coming down and stopping my Lotus Bloom was just huge. Let's pick that up. Draw a card. It's a land. So we're just dead. 3. Pick that up. 5, 7, 9. I mean, what good is a Mindslaver if they just bounce it? I'll just... Screw it. You never know what they might make us click through. So let's... Yes, I would like to use Procedure. Thank you. It's a weirdly good outcome for us. In a game that we can't possibly win, but still. Third Tameshi off the top. Not asking for much. I mean, how do you fight this? You know, like, all the cards are just, like, laced in value. There's no specific hate card I can bring in to help here. I just have to pray and bring in Spell Pierce. But Spell Pierce isn't exactly good. Like, it's terrible against this card. Yeah, I'll just end it there. Okay. I think I have to bring this in for the Teferis. I think that's all I'm really going to do. I cut the portable holes. I think they're very good. And I'm going to cut the Jukabog. Sort of fine. I have no removal at all. So if they find something that I can't, that's a pain, I don't think they do. I think it's like running Jones and force of negation and blah blah blah. We'll just go with it. 3 spell pierce to try and fight Teferi. Hopefully, like on a key turn, if they play Teferi before we play Lotus Bloom. You know, like the way to win here is like turn 1 Lotus Bloom, turn 3 counter there, Teferi, turn 4 Tameshi. And outside of that, and then you still got to hope to dodge Solitude and Jones. So like, it doesn't look good. I'm like talking about my absolute nut jaw just to beat Teferi. Oh, I was going to add another one of them, and I didn't. Damn. Anyway, it's just a keep. I think it's just about good enough, because with this artifact land into Engineer, that's decent. It potentially turn 3s if you rip it to Tameshi. 3 lands. It's very likely to get bolted, but you know, I'd rather they bolted that and the Tameshi that I'm gonna draw eventually lives. And I don't think we can go over the top of them, so I think you just got to try and get under. You just got to like run the shit out as quick as you can. Hope for the best. It's a pretty poor plan. Ooh. I was going to say green mana doesn't kill it. They just tap on. Red mana does kill it. Yuck. I didn't bring an answer in for that. I just got to try and overload it. Flaming Inspector. Land. Pass. Flaming Inspector is good against Ragavan, so that's something we've got going. Kind of suggestive, missed the land drop. At least we have this to fight this if we ever get into that perfect scenario. Yeah, I didn't bring in anything to fight that. I've got no portable holes, no prismatic endings, no seals, and they've named Tameshi. So writing is on the wall a little bit. So what do we get? Sentinel. Oh, another engineer. I just get an Esper Sentinel. I have no answer to that, so we can't combo all game. Oop. This is where they have Fury and all my little guys die. There we go. Right. Omnath. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty close to scooping already, to be honest. Esper Sentinel. this channel's for 4, so I guess that's something. I could do it in response to a fetch. It's not embarrassing. If we just go get basic island and then channel bounce this. Yeah, so let them have that bit, and then when they crack it, ping it back to hand. But I mean, this is literally just buying time. It's not actually developing our game. Gives them another draw. So, you know, pretty embarrassing. Because, yeah, now they just play Omnath again. Pretty ready to scoop. Because this just negates, like, all 3 of my things. This is just bonkers. Okay. Yeah, it's just not for me, this game. 4 colour money's tough. All my research suggested I don't need to worry about these cards because the majority of those decks don't run that. So I didn't sideboard for it. So, you know, fair enough. I'm kind of okay with losing a game to that. Kind of. But yeah, my 4 colour money said Endurance, Solitude, Force of Negation, Force of Vigour, and Safari. But nothing to do with Relics and Needles. But yeah, it's kind of fine. I'm okay, like, losing games like that. It doesn't really worry me too much. You will get beat by some things, even with, yeah, just with anything. Any deck you play is going to run into something bad at some point. Right, let's see if this goes a bit better. And I can stop looking at the footy results. No. No. Look at that. Disgusting. Disgusting. Keep. Tuck. Tuck. Done. Suspend. Tap land. Go. I guess all I'm hoping for is that they're like Hammer Time or Tron and they're not nutted. If they're Thoughtseize, it's kind of rough. Yawgmoth I think's possibly beatable with this hand. I don't know. I think I might as well. I must definitely just fire off one of these Eldari's calls. Might as well go get the first cultivator. That's what I'm going to be doing later on. I feel like I could do with a land, but I could do with a land. Do I want to take another 3 to play this? Maybe not. Then again, let's have a look at them, at the spells we might want to play next turn. I don't think there's any point going to get Engineer. in this particular spot. I think there's no 2-drop blue cards. There's no 2-drop red cards that I really want to play. So I'm going to just call for the cultivator now, and then I still have to get through 2 more turns. Screw it, cultivator. If I draw land, I might call for an inspector or something. I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. That's how my games of Magic have been going lately. So you go 4, play this with 1 left, return the land. That adds 3, replay the land, tap the lands for 2. Yeah, we should be enough. Right, so I take 3. Problem is the cultivator only gives me 2 draws. That's the main issue right now. So how many minus effects can they do? They can only do 2, right? So they can only make my Tameshi an 0-1. Sack. Sacrifice another creature. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm going to fire this off because it filters the deck of an actual creature, and I want to draw essentially anything but. I'm just going to take a 3-1 inspector, which will look weird as hell. If they'd have evoed first, they would have got in for an extra damage. Not that it particularly matters, but. So if we 3, 4. Is Wargate? I think Wargate might be mana neutral. I don't remember. I just try and work something out, because we want as many lands as we could possibly get here, and we're a bit short at the minute. White, green. So if we tap 3 mana to get a land, and then tap that land to get the Lotus Bloom back, I think that's just nets us a land for this cultivator. So it's kind of free, kind of. Oh, they have Dismember. Why did they pay life? Ah, they were doing this. They can't kill it. They changed their mind because they realised. Have I got enough mana? Yeah. So if I go blue, 1, 2, 3, done. Get a. Let's get basic forest, tap it. Get back the Lotus Bloom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So we manipulated an extra draw out of that Wargate, which is nice. Let's see where that extra draw gets us. This is the extra draw, and then this is the extra draw. So yeah, it made 2 lands for us. And then we go again. Right, so let's pick up the speed. There we go. This is on a multi-5. Just saying. Also just saying. But Mindslaver's awesome here. Mindslaver is absolutely incredible because you could just kill all their creatures and burn their cards out of hand. Yeah, well, I did have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I would draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello. I'm just going to mute a second, guys. I am back. Right. I think I've got limited time here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and rip like a god. And then if I don't, which I don't, that's great. I'm going to portable hold this dude. Play tap land, say go. They should have sacked it in response probably, but whatever. Didn't know they were F6. So now they need like an undying creature plus another creature to kill this. And if they do have it, at least we have this in backup. I nearly played it for an extra draw, but I don't think we could have comboed if we'd hit Cultivator, so it might have been a mana short. But yeah, we can Legend Reel our Tameshi away to reset there. This ability triggers only once per turn. It's a new instance of the card, so this feels like a Chord of Calling to me. Don't know what happens there. I guess it doesn't fizzle because it says up to. But anyhow, let's float some mana. If they don't have another creature, I'm actually in okay shape. I obviously can't block. So they don't even try and bluff it. Right, green-white plays that. White gets the Lotus Bloom back. Then you replay the land. Sack the Bloom for 3. Yeah, we've got loads of mana. Let's return the Lotus Bloom. Draw a card. Play land. Tap it. Add some mana. See that. Add some green. Some white. 4, 5, 6. All the mana in the world. No payoff just yet. There is enough mana and lands here to get engineer the Mindslaver into the bin. So I would have drawn 1 off the... Oh, I hate it when it does that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 23 mana. 2 to play this, 21 left. 7 to activate this. 14, 12, 8. Yeah, I had enough mana to play Engineer, Mindslaver, Mindslaver them. And then we would have taken their turn and won. Oh, you know, practically won. We could have, like, sacked this to shrink this. And then you could have used, like, 3 lands to, like, proliferate, discard the hand, proliferate, and put -1 counters on this 3 times. That would have killed this. Discard their hand. Yeah. So you're gonna essentially wipe their board, wipe their hand, and then hopefully be able to go off again the next turn. And that's assuming that these 2 don't find an actual Wargate, Emrakul, Cultivator, Eldritch Call, whatever. But it wouldn't let me look. Like when you look at the amount of... And as well, we had other options, like we can play Tameshi to get a new draw, so you could have like 2 free redraws there. Yeah, tons of options. Last seen playing Death and Taxes. Oh, I know this guy. We speak sometimes when we play. I like it. I shouldn't, but I do. Oh, he's not a Tron player, is he? I have to just go like all in. Green, white, green, red. Oh, I should have gone blue, white, green, red. That was a mistake. Let's hope we don't draw a blue card. But let's hope we do, because our best card is blue. Affinity, okay. Okay, well, I think in that case, screw it. We're just all in. We've come this far. We've shot ourselves twice. Done ourselves 6. Not going to change our plans now. As a saga, it'd be a mild inconvenience. Yep. So our turn. The Lotus Blooms happened before, so we should win. We should win before the saga happens. But I still don't want to see like relics or spell bombs or whatever. I think they do need to bounce this, but it's not great for them. If we draw blue land now, would be fairly. I guess we don't actually have like actual lethal anytime soon. Want to blue land and draw. Do I want to draw a card? No, I want to sack it for that. So, okay, we'll just pass. They're in quite bad shape. Because we're going to have 9 mana from Lotus Blooms next turn. Plus these 2, so we have 9, 10, 11. Which is definitely Mindslaver territory. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's a Fogmite. I thought they had a Fogmite because they were considering this or this. But if I Mindslaver them, then I get to waste this as a saga. Potentially. Obviously, I'd much rather just Lotus Bloom them to death. Cultivate them. There we go. Right. Cast a Lotus Bloom, please. What a weird game. I guess we go get Tameshi, don't we? And let them bounce it. So wait a second. If we go get Tameshi with these 6 and then return this to play, would be 1 shot. Right. I'm just going to take the turn. It's a bit drastic, but we get to burn all this shit. I would like your next turn, please. So they'll have to use this now. Oh, I'm going to do something crazy. I haven't worked out what yet. But it's mostly going to be a Spell Bomber Saga token. I'm going to attack a Mem Knight into my Goblin Engineer. So I'm going to kill. I'm going to let the Saga go and I'm not going to find anything. Ooh. Now they don't have blue for spell bomb, so I guess they should draw a card, but it's a bit risky. Okay. Oh, I failed to find anything. What a disaster. One. Okay, can't quite do anything good. That's a shame. It's a shame, but I am now clear to Wargate up my Tameshi, so if I draw... Sorry, Wargate up Tameshi. Let's see what this can do for us, shall we? Tameshi. We're definitely going to go get a Lotus Bloom to start. Draw card. Cultivator. Okay, that's good. That's game. Thank you, Mindslaver, for eating the A for Spellbomb. That's where that game was won. And let's go white. Here we go. Draw card. Draw card. With a cultivator, so that's definitely enough. So, just get all the Lotus Blooms back. Right, white, green, white. Cultivators are netting us mana. Green. Okay. Okay, done. I'm not going to check. I assume we have enough mana now. I could do some cool things, but we don't need to. In short. Although, I guess... Right, let's play Emrakul. Take an extra turn. Yeah. If we swing out 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, we'd be one shot, but then they'd have nothing in play. Sweet. Okay. All the removal comes in here. All of it. All of it. So, we cut that even though it did something. We cut them because they're particularly weak. Cut the Bajuka Bog, does nothing. Cut a Wargate. And Cultivator. Yeah, I like that. That's okay. We're just trying to stop them long enough for Lotus Bloom to happen. But the Mindslaver was really good there. In that last combo turn, we could have got back Mindslaver again, and we could have done all sorts of tricks, to be honest. I think it's a keep, but it's actually not the best hand in the world because we don't have the white for this Fateful Absence. And on the draw, this is pretty slow. Trying to kill him on turn 4 on the draw is pretty dreadful. We don't have any artifacts to sack to this either, so there's a lot of problems with the hand, but also potentially can kill quite consistently. And I guess that helps quite a bit with the white mana. So, yeah, we're Tameshi away from killing him, but also this Fateful Absence is just useful. Our mana base is quite painless at the minute as well. Plus we've got Ghost Quarter for Saga if they had it, but they don't. Free Fogmite means I can play a Thought Monitor. Okay, plating. Right. And obviously the aim of the game here is just to survive as long as possible, so next turn I do want to play it the call. So I think that means this turn I'm meant to Fateful Absence, whatever they equip. But I need to go find Tameshi. Oh, yikes. I mean, that's a fairly good outcome for them, I would think. I think they're quite happy for me to waste a 2 mana spell on a Mem Knight. Flip side. Yeah, they're keeping the mana open because they're smart. And I'm drawing Prismatic Ending because I'm lucky. I could probably still combo from here. And this engineer is just going to be used as a chump blocker. In fact, so much so, I'm going to put a portable hole in the bin. Just in case something goes wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hi Davius, how confident do you feel in finding your payoff? Got enough, it's obviously risky, sometimes finding the payoff seems to allow a lot of luck. It sort of looks that way, but in my experience, if you resolve the first cultivator, you always win. The cultivator's the bit that's harder to find. Let's just work this out. 9. So I'm dead to Galvanic Blast either way. And it's not a card I can really play around considering my Tameshi is key. So if they have Galvanic Blast, they have it. Like, I wasn't beating it anyway. So yeah, that's fine. I say that's fine. Like, I'm happy that I've lost. But yeah, if you resolve your first cultivator, you will win the game most times. Like, when you look at the list, the Wargates and the Eladamri's calls and the cultivators all find you a cultivator. And then, so, you know, it's 12 cards. So typically you go off with 4 lands. But if you have a 5th land in your hand, then you're going to get 5 draws. But it isn't 5 draws because any lands are redraws as well. So let's say you've got 4 draws. Like, worst case scenario, you have 4 draws. It's 4 draws, but it's guaranteeing to hit these. And you have to assume one of them's gone and one of them's gone because you've cast a cultivator, so one of them's gone. So it's actually 5 out of this pile. So you got 11 hits out of 32 cards. So you should hit 1 in 3, and you are drawing, what did I just say? 5 cards? 4 cards maybe? So you should hit 1 in 3 and you're drawing 4 cards. I very, very, very rarely whiff. I don't think I ever have. Because again, if you've got spare mana at any point, you can like throw out a Wargate to get an extra land, and it's mana neutral because you then pick up that land for Lotus Bloom and it gets you an extra draw. That's so awkward after Mulligan. This is good. I could took this away. Took the blank card away. Play this into this. Spend this. Yeah, that seems fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's an element of luck, and I'm sure you can whiff, but there's just so much play to it. Like, Tameshi gets you a draw when you first go off as well. So let's say you've got 4 lands total, and that's all. It's 4 lands, you're going to get 4 draws, 4 non-land draws, plus a random draw. And if the random draw is a land, you actually get 5 random non-land draws. So it is like, it's never guaranteed, but you're pretty favoured because of all the redraws that you get. And once you get the second cultivator, you just can't fail because you will have hit some lands in that first 4 draws or first 5 draws. You will have hit a land. The sounds come together pretty swimmingly. Can't beat Relic of Progenitors right now. Actually, you kind of can beat Relic. I mean, no, that's not true. The fact that I haven't got a fetch land is kind of annoying because the Relic would just tap and remove Bloom, whereas normally you'd try and force them to use mana to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can't play with Thought Monitors and stuff. Okay, that's good. I want to keep my land in play, so I'll play use an Inspector to get a Lotus Bloom. And then the Wargate's going to go find us. The Wargate's going to go find us the Tameshi. I found the list to be fairly consistent. The thing that it's not particularly good at is like against counter magic. And you can beat counter magic, but not when it's backed up with a fast clock. It's pretty good in matchups like this where they're quite linear. As long as you can have a little bit of relevant interaction, you can still, turn 4 someone. So like they've gone off with a fairly quick hand, and they're going to put me down to 8. I'll crack this and go to 7, but they can't kill me. So I'll untap and kill them. So we're fairly good in these sort of matchups. Now this is the challenge now, isn't it? To see whether we whiff when we have not a lot of stuff. I'm going to try and draw a land here, so I'm not going to crack this. Let's leave 1 extra land in the deck. We have tons of mana, so we're fine that way. But this is pretty close to a worst case scenario. So we go green, white. Let's just work this all out. Green, white, blue, Wargate for land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blah, blah, blah. With enough. We just got to tap the mana correctly. So we're going to go white. We're going to go blue. Green. Green. Wait a sec. Does this add mana? Adds more, bounced it back to my hand. Let's add green. Wargate. X0. Don't get spell pierced. I don't have 2 basic forests. That's annoying. I kind of want a basic forest. I have to get basic forest. Play this. Get Tameshi. This has to get Basic Island now. Lose to Galvanic Blast. Return a land. Draw a card. Do they have it? They have it. Wow. An absolute crazy draw. It's sorcery speed as well, so can't even respond. What a crazy draw they had. What a crazy draw I had. Well, that's the stone cold nuts in this situation. You, sir, are out of time. Land go. Okay. Well, that was rough. They had a pretty sweet draw. The problem we have now is that every creature is pretty lethal. I know cranial plating's phased out because it was equipped. Is that a bug? I kind of want to find out. I kind of want to find out. Okay. Oh. I need to go into this channel. So they have this and this. That's annoying. What does Fateful Absence do here? Not a lot. I am in trouble because I'm down to 7. But like we have live draws like constantly. But as soon as this just, I've only got a live draw now actually. Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble because we don't have. They'll get Relic and it'll take our 2 blooms away. So that'll be game. So I need to find Tameshi now, and we didn't. So I think that's game. It's a shame, but they had Galvanic Blast games 2 and 3 when it's literally one of the only cards that they could have. They had 1 card left in hand both times. I have to kill that now. So I'm down to 3. It's a shame. This gave us an extra out, but didn't work for us. Let's blow that up. Still in denial, of course. Of course, that's the card they had. Okay. So I get 2 disheartened by that. Anyhow, slightly unfortunate. Just a bit of chat about cleaning up the Discord server, so I will do that. If anyone wants an invite to that, just give me a shout. How do I... create category? Modern. Uh, hmm. Don't know how to move stuff. Like that, I guess. Okay. We're having a clean up. Oh. Right. Has one half of what I need. It has some interaction and Esper Sentinel facing a potentially Thoughtseize deck. That's the thing with Lewis, you don't really know, but I like to plan for it. So this is like a sacrifice deck that I'm not too familiar with, if I'm honest, at all. Pioneer used to go below modern. Oh, they want to kill my Sentinel. Desperate situation for them. I'm in quite good shape. Right. What do I want? I think I just want to play Portable Hull because I can sack it. Let's keep this. Give him a scribble back on end step and pick up a Lotus Bloom. And then that should let me combo off next turn. In theory, at least. Let's go get Temple Garden. And let's swap. What's the text on that thing? I don't know. I don't care. Right, where are we? Okay. So if we go green, white. Green, white. Adam is called. Get Tameshi. Go blue, blue, blue. Play Tameshi. Wish I'd tapped slightly differently, but try not to worry about it. Go Lotus Bloom. Pick this up. Draw a card. Cool. Looks like it's happening. Play this. Add white. Add blue. Go Lotus Bloom back. We shouldn't fail from here. We've got 5 lands, so it's a lot of redraws. This deck's so sweet. Cultivator. I would like to draw 5 non-land cards, please. My 5 non-land cards are Colossus, Wargate, Eladamri's Call, and Thraben Inspector. Okay. Seems pretty good. One, two, three, four. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, we've got loads of what we need. I'm just going to reveal Emrakul now just to save some time. Yeah, cheers. I thank people when they scoop. I've no idea what they're doing, but it probably has relics and spell bombs, which I think Nihil spell bomb targets. Relic kind of does. I think I probably want those. This is a matchup for Mindslaver. I mean, they're an artifact sacrifice deck. I mean, do I just stick to plan A? I don't know. I hate going down so many ones, but you've brought in 2 prismatic endings and then 2 ley lines, which are 0s and 1s, hopefully. But I think Esper Sentinel could be good in this matchup. They wanted to kill it, so it's a weird card to cut. You just got to keep enough stuff to be able to do your own game plan. Man, short of a green land is this hand, but it's pretty good otherwise. Right, whenever you sacrifice an artifact creature, put a counter on it. Yikes. I do not want my engineer to go, but it's gonna. Forest, 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 forest. Forest, yay. I'm not calling unless they, in case they thought sees, but right. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Put +1/+1 counter it. Sacrifice a creature, create food. Yeah, none of this is crazy combo just yet. I think they're just picking up Lewis. They don't have too many 3-drops, do they, in their Lewis deck? So ooh. Strange. Anyhow, go get our best card. And our second best card. Oh, we just play Lotus Bloom and keep it in play. Go, opponent, go. I stand by my comment that I was pretty unlucky against Affinity. I think we're dreadful there. We got battered by the 4-colour money deck. They picked up Lewis. Okay. They can not cast it. These guys have been like glacially slow, so I do expect them to have a removal spell for this, but I'm certainly going to run it out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, step 1. Step 2. It's just a card draw, but if they do have the removal spell, what is going on here? Create a food. Ah, it's Fatal Push. Okay. Ah, it wasn't. It's Galvanic Blast. Okay. Wow. Full set. I'll be casting one of them next turn. And they could go Lewis plus Squirrel, or they could just use it as a Saga. They're probably going to use... Oh, that's cool. So now they Do you want to play Lewis to get the bauble? This is a problem. Yeah. But we know the last card's Lewis, so if I draw Tameshi, I win. Or a version of Tameshi. Okay. That's awkward because realistically I'm just playing a 5-5 for value. And I'm going to try. I would love to rip a bunch of lands here, but it's unlikely, isn't it? Yep. So now I'm kind of stuck. 7 mana, 5/5 trample, draw card. Not hot when their land does that. It's like next turn I'm like forced a prismatic ending. Probably Lewis and a construct or something. Well, actually, that Shadow Spear needs to go. At least we have it. At least we have double ending. What's this? A swamp. Ugh. Right, take 7. Actually, don't know what I meant to do. If I take the 2 constructs there, Lewis is going to go a bit nuts. They could sack the creature for food. Oh, okay. Bit late. I think I'm just doing it. I think I'm just gonna try and stop them killing me. That's what I'm gonna do. And they can try and outvalue me, which, you know, I'm sure they can. But they should have used switches or something. But anyway. The fact is that Lewis is beatable this turn. The extra cards are not beatable, but, you know, like, if I draw a land, I can play another cultivator. If I draw an on-land that is specifically a reality smasher, I've got a real good chance of winning. I just said reality smasher. It's Tameshi reality architect. Oh, they can't cast it. Good. Why are they tapping that with no mana available? Seems insane to me. Just to make that grow, wasn't it? Ah, sugar. I'm one short. What else can I get? I mean, there's just no reason not to tap out. Is there? No. There's nothing good. I just have to get the reality smasher and pray. Reality smasher, reality architect. Like, I could take 3 here. I don't mind trading the cultivator, obviously, with the squirrel. They've got another squirrel. I think it's a mistake to play that. I think they should just sack it straight away. Oh no. Yeah, I think they should just sack it straight away and get the extra card. Although, I guess they could cast anything with this mana. Blackleaf Cliffs, perfect. Look at these things grow. They're alive. No. Yep. So I take 2 here, 3 here. That's... Oh, they should have attacked out, really. I would have been... If I block here, and I take 3 from this, 2 from this, I'd be down to 1. So I think they should have been doing that. Then they could have made a food off of this, and I would have been dead. Pretty sure. The only thing here is that I mean, look, we have like super lethal, but we don't have. Emrakul won't win. That's what I was getting at. So I will have to Mindslaver and Emrakul. But with all these cultivators in hand, it's not going to be tricky. Do I keep cultivators in play? I could probably afford to keep them in play. But do I do it? Do I keep cultivators in play? I guess 3 cultivators is pretty good. In case I mess up somewhere. Colossus has trample, yeah. There's Emrakul. Done. Right. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, good point. I don't know how I missed that. Do you want to see Mindslaver instead, though? But yeah, you're completely right. This is. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to mill myself out. I guess I could just put less lands in, but I'm not going to pick up the fetches. They're a pain in the ass. Yeah, the shocks even. God, I'm getting a bit of lag. Been clicking for a while. Modo issues. This is so lazy of me. There's Mindslaver, so. I'll just play the. I'll just play the Emrakul now. I think this is good. Whew. What would I swing with? With the 16s, 32, 47, 49. But really what I wanted to do was just play Mindslaver. Take their next turn. We would annihilate 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Hey, how's it going? It's been a while. I haven't streamed. It's my fault. It's been a while, but it's been a while. How's life treating you? I'm hanging in there, just working and living the magic life. Oh, nice. Hanging in. Scissor. Oh, don't have loads of money in your deck, please. I don't like it, but I feel like this is the. Oh. The F6 through. Perfect. I'm cheap enough to take that extra turn. It's actually just needs a payoff, and it's a turn 3 potentially. If they remove this, it's not a turn 3, but unlikely to know that. Bonk. Start the beat down. We really don't have a plan B, which is slightly awkward. I wonder if something like Geist of St. Traft to just like sidestep all the graveyard hate would be a good idea. Problem is a lot of these graveyard hate decks have blockers that can deal with Geist. You know, your Saga decks, for example, they make constructs and relics. Ugh, so gross. Should I don't really think MH2's brought a lot to Modern. Oh, well, thank you. Actually, I say thank you. I don't mean thank you. What I actually mean is you were really close to dying, but you didn't. Let's play Thraben Inspector, draw a card. I think that's the right move. Tap out for Teferi, please. And then we need to rip a land in the top 2. And then we need to rip a payoff. So actually, I'm praying for something that's not even that positive for us. Okay, shock and then abundant growth. Curious. Little do they know. Ah, crap. I know. I think we can win. Well, no. We can't win. But we can get something like this. Go 1, 2, 3. Ghost Quarter the Temple Garden. Get a Plains. Play Tameshi. Get the Lotus Bloom back. Get rid of this Spreading Seas. Right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough. So let's get this for Sentinel back. Let's get this for Sentinel back for that land. And then let's play another Esper Sentinel and let's smack her for 1. And I hope they don't have Fury number 2. I just hope they have nothing left in their deck, in their hand. We did okay there, but I don't know whether getting that Sentinel back was right. We've lost a land. Here comes Fury. Ugh, it's so draining is MH2. Sorry, I'm very flat, but like these cards are just so, I don't know. The power level is so high that it makes it so hard to be creative. You know, like I've just lost my combo piece and my Sentinel, and I didn't have to pay any mana for it. It's very, very draining. So anyhow, I'm going to play another Thraben Inspector. I'm going to play tap land. I'm going to swing with a Thraben Inspector. And these guys are going to be an Ephemerate deck if they've got Witness, so also means that there'll be a Solitude deck. And that stops my Lotus Bloom, which basically is lights out for me because they tick this up, I assume. Oh, they don't. Okay, well, I swing with both at the Teferi and hope. if they have Solitude on a Thraben Inspector, I guess that's a decent outcome. I don't really know at this point. Try and kill Teferi. I assume they have another if they've done this. It's just a very weird line. Esper Sentinel, go. Looks like we're holding this up, but we are going to fire this off for Tameshi. I still have 5 cards in hand. Why? I guess I have all my cards elsewhere, so... they tapped wrong. They let me draw and paid 2 colours. That was obviously a mistake. I wonder if they have counter spell over there. And their deck chock full of good cards. I know I sound like such a whiny little kid right now, but like the power level is just so ridiculous. There's no real like. I know every deck has strengths and weaknesses, but the power level's just got so high that you just can't do anything sweet. And like this deck, I think it's actually fairly decent, but it's just not quite good enough. It's a bit sad. You only really realise when you face this stuff. You know, like it's just, ugh. You know, we tried to do cool things. We're just getting absolutely battered. They have 3 cards left in hand. Yorion just sat there waiting. I don't know, this isn't really Wizard's concern, but it does. I do dislike the value of these decks. You know, the money that you have to spend to play them. Just, I really just don't think that's right. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to play this land. I can't actually use it. I said your blue source, which we do. Not that there's a target for it right now. But yeah, I was okay with this getting counted. I didn't really have anything I wanted to put in the bin. I don't know whether it's just to sandbag the lands and hope that the cultivator resolves in a couple of turns' time. I think that is my plan. Ice Fang. Now they're low on cards. I've seen 2 counter spells, so it's 2 turns away. I win this race, I think. They put me to 8. Okay, so they keep a blocker back, but it doesn't have Death Touch. It's very strange. Yorion's an issue. Because then they can witness back a counter spell if they have a land. I was just going to keep sandbagging. No, I'm not actually. I'm going to play this just in case. That they have 3 damage. I think I'm going to have to respond to the Yorion with the Atawara. Yeah, that's the plan. That is certainly the plan here. And I think I've missed out on some damage as well. Oh, I have to do it. They don't target, so you just have to do it. So now I'm down 2 lands. They get to draw 2 cards. Tameshi off the top of some sort. I mean, you have to assume there's like a Force of Negation in their hand or something ridiculous. I mean, just a bolt would do it, actually. So, yeah. Let's just see. I mean, I don't mind drawing a land even. It's just extra cards, extra power. So, Let's just see. See what we get given. Okay. That's pretty much the worst draw in the deck, I would have said. Cultivator is a cultivator though, and it's still pretty good. They have 5 in the air, we have 7 life. So, but it's no bolts, it's only unholy heat, so yeah. They could put us to 1, but I have lethal on the backswing. But they can witness back a freaking unholy heat and kill this. Stuff like that, man. It's just insane. It's so unbalanced. The crazy thing is, it puts us to 1. If they have nothing else in hand, which is a big, big ask, but if they had absolutely blank, or do they just move my Esper Sentinel? If they have absolute nada in hand, we could rip a Tameshi and win. Ugh, this game. We actually went too bad there, but... And I don't really know what we're meant to board in. I'm not sure there's anything we can board in. Cut that for Spell Pierce. You know, the counter spells are the annoying thing. So are the Unholy Heats and the Bolts, and they could cast them with mana up a lot of the time. The beatdown plan isn't real, is it? They don't particularly put in a lot of threats, so I don't think this is great. I'm going to bring a Liberator. I'm going to get that as a catch-all for relics and stuff, I guess. I don't know. Thing is, if you don't run relic, this is really weak. I'm not sure I want to try and fight them 1-for-1 on removal. I'm going to bring that in because it attacks. And Teferi's an issue. It's the main reason I wanted something that attacks on 2. Snap. Keep. Snap keep that loses to Teferi, so let's just see where we get. I think this is just like genuinely one of our worst matchups. This and Murktide is really rough, and I don't really think you can afford for that to be the case. In all honesty, it's a pretty bad set of matches to be bad against. What can you do? You know, like. Whatever. The first 2-3 we've got as well, which should be sad. I'm going to get a cultivator for later. Pretty tempted. Pretty tempted to run this Tameshi out. If it eats removal, then I can Wargate up another one. So it gets through some of their removal. The other option is just to play Esper Sentinel. It's quite a tough choice, honestly. I'm going to play the Esper Sentinel because maybe I can then play Tameshi and pick up the Sentinel, for example. because Teferi just really sucks right this second. Really sucks. They don't have it, okay. It's one of those spots where people will probably be tempted to counter this. Potentially. Go on, counter it. But not force a negation, just counter. Damn. Okay, well. Tameshi. At least we draw a card. We sort of like bounce a land to draw a card. Right. That's not the worst. Ephemerate. Also, it wouldn't be the worst. Oh, I mean, they targeted the Esper Sentinel, so they definitely have Ephemerate. Wow. So, can we rip a Tameshi off the top? That'd be pretty ace. We cannot. Okay. Done. Done for this turn. So, Ephemerate, red. Destroy creature. Make a 3/2 with lifelink. Draw a card. 1 mana. It's just ridiculous. I'm there trying to bounce a land to draw a card. They're there drawing a card, making a 3/2. It's just unbeatable. But is it? They better have a free spell in their hand or they're dead. There's a lot of cards over there that are too good. They just chucked all the good cards together. People slept on that for ages, didn't they? Why? I mean, if they have anything, I will scoop. But if they have nothing, then I could win this game. Bounce that. Draw a card. No Solitude. Oh, that looks good. This looks good, ladies and gents. I think we might have him. I think we've got him. Oh, we stole the game. After all my moaning about how unbeatable their deck was. Right, let's put these in. Let's press no. No. Oh, we just keep going. Let's pick up another land. That's my clock light better than theirs. Good. Maybe we'll leave a cultivator in play this time. Probably do. Probably meant to. Yeah, because they've got more life, so I think we're meant to. Touch on any lands with these cultivators. It's pretty bad hits overall. But it doesn't matter, does it? Let's just keep ploughing on. Suspend these to get them out of my hand. No. Draw more cards. Off the next cultivator. And I should also... I'm going to do something else. I don't know what yet. Do that. Bush, 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 bush. I can't actually believe how few lands I've drawn. Here they come. Done. Right, here we go, Emrakul. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. $12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's go with Esper Sentinel, Emrakul. Extra 10, please. Ah, did I win? My slaver take their turn and tap them out. Go to your turn, swift lethal. Yeah, there's so many ways we could be classy there. I would have liked to take their turn. I guess the Emrakul's... no, nothing's risky there. Haven't seen anything that makes me want that. I'm going to bring that back. If they have Solitude, then they target the Tameshi like 9 times out of 10. Well, okay. The thing is, if they play the Teferi as the Lotus Bloom's coming off its game, like there's no time to respond, so I think we just need to try and stop it coming down, because the way the curve works with this and Teferi, they don't ever leave it up there naked. They just play it when I can't deal with it. This hand is shaky as shit. But I need... what do I need? I need a lot to go right. Okay, let's do that since we ripped it. Well, I don't F6. Maybe I should be on Force of Negation. I don't know if I haven't enough cards to support that. I'm going to counter that like a lunatic. But I feel like they might have missed a land drop here. I don't think you play that if you've got the land. Ah, I'm so wrong so often. I really needed some land drops and a Tameshi. I have John Wargates of cultivators, so I don't really see us winning from here. We're too far behind. Yeah, lands are so key, aren't they, in the control matchups? So, look, if they tapped for Teferi, we resolve Spell Pierce, and then we rip Tameshi, you know, that's my wish list. I mean, I'm going to let that happen. Ooh, okay. Hmm. They're about to just have a handful of bolts and holy heats, fury solitudes now. I think they did miss a land drop as well. I think I'm gonna just play the land, suspend this. I think I'm gonna tap out for Wargate. I don't care about Teferi as much anymore. I'm gonna just go get another land. In fact, that might just be Wargate for land. I was gonna go get a Lotus Bloom. Hmm. I don't think they have counterspell. I think they have answers for Tameshi. So in that situation, what do we want? What do we want? Like next turn, what do we do? I think we jam Wargate with Spell Pierce up. So I'm going to take a fetch. I think this is right. I don't know. They're stuck on 3 lands. This is like our only opportunity, really. And Spell Pierce doesn't even tag Solitude, but yeah, this is what I think is right. I'm not sure it is, but I might have been in 6. I still want to draw another land actually, so that I can Wargate and have white and have Spell Pierce. I could go get a Hard Fountain here actually. I'd do the trick. Maybe I should have Spell Pierced that. I don't know. It's the Solitude that's the problem, isn't it? We're going for it this turn anyway. Yeah, that's great, is that? Blue, white, green, blah, 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 Wargate. X3. Draw a card. They're going to go for a red source and try and bolt it. Yes. We can Spell Pierce that. I need them to have nothing else with their last 3 cards. Have we stolen it? No. Okay. It's not the end of the world. I get my draw, and they're down to 1 card. I get Lotus Bloom in a turn. 2 turns, sorry. Oh, another Tameshi. Can I play a land this turn? No. Okay. Well, the only issue is they're down to 1 card, but they have Ren and 6 rolling now, which maybe I should have dealt with. If I had of, they wouldn't have been able to bolt. Oh, they're ripped to land now. That's good, because that's like a blank when they have a Misty in the bin. This feels like they're just picking up Yorion. So you just need to remember they have a Misty in hand. That's very good. I shouldn't be F6. If they have Prismatic Ending, I need to sack this. So they have Misty, Yorion, X. And we just jam. We just jam. Did I board out both portable holes? No, I left them both in, weirdly. Feels like a win, doesn't it? If we just jam, but we do it with our lands. Tameshi. I think they're going to have counter. No. It is a win if this doesn't get bolted. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Another Tameshi. Right, now it's a win. Ah, the luck. Is that my 1, 2, 3? My third Tameshi? Helps, doesn't it? We know the contents of their hand. We have one. 3-2 again. Suspend that. Just in time for me to go to bed. Lovely. I mean, there's slice of luck involved. Big old slice of luck, but I just go green like this. Giant lands is sweet here. It's really good. Wow, so many lands. It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Compared to last game, this is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I can Eladamri's call for Emrakul already. Done. Eat your graveyard. I'm just going to show him it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 2 permanents left. But they can't block, so yeah, it's just a win. Getting really laggy. Like the Modo memory dump thing is real when you have so many clicks like this. As a sweet cultivator. There's a whole lot of luck to be able to beat these guys. I would think I deserve it, but you have to feel like they should have been mulliganing a bit better, but we've got there. 14, 15. Discard all my fetches. Yeah, I won. Wow. Turns out drawing 3 Tameshis in a row is really, really good. There's something close to that, wasn't it? The combo turns in this deck are so sweet. Okay, so I lost 2. I lost to Murktide, which could have been this guy. Now, this guy was on 4 colour money. So we lost to the money deck that bought in relics, which I wasn't prepared for. So we lost to money, we lost to Murktide. I know our 2 worst matchups. But let's just have a look at this quick thing. So 4 colour control, 9%. Blue red aggro, 6%. So we lose to 15% of the meta. Yeah, you have a good night, mate, and thanks for popping in. And I'll see you when I see you. So yeah, we're bad against 15% of the meta, and either even or better against the other 85% is my take. Although better than Emrakul. Oh, there's a claim. Uh, you'd have to run more than one though, because if you draw it as a tutor, it's like if you want to use it as a tutor, yeah, you can't if it's your win con. And I do only run Emrakul as one, but you could just play it. If you play that for, if you've got 15 mana for Emrakul, you've probably got, you've definitely got 13 for Finale. So that's your Tameshi and your Goblin Engineer being big enough to kill. Never mind the cultivators or whatever else. It is a little bit to do with space, so there is a little bit of that involved. But Finale finding Tameshi for 5 is good. I really like that suggestion. I don't know why I haven't thought about it more before. It does make us a little cold since Stonebridge, but not really when you've got a Tawawa. I do really like that suggestion. I probably have to change my mana base slightly to support it. I could chuck that over there. I'm going to take this Alpine Moon out. It's not doing anything. I'm not even bringing it in against Saga decks. I mean, if I did something like this, take the Emrakul out, move the Mindslaver and the Portable Hull to the side. Mindslaver's an alt win con that I like against Thoughtseize decks and not a lot else. Drop it out of time. These Fateful Absences have not been stunning. Could just play more Prismatic Endings. I thought it's something that beat can. And I think what I would probably do to support those is add more Slagwoods to help support those even. So Slagwood for Rustvale, Slagwood for Razorbridge. Right. That's interesting. That's interesting. I could probably cut a Thraben Inspector. Probably. What's that give us? 8, 9, 10, 11 turn 1 artifacts. Is that enough? I think it is enough. It's pretty close, isn't it? I really do like that suggestion of Finale. So you could go turn 1 artifact land, turn 2 engineer, ditch a Lotus Bloom, turn 3 you can sack your artifact land to get the Lotus Bloom back. So you tap these 2, get this back, and then you use 2 lands in this to cast this and then combo off. So the artifact lands give you a turn 3 kill. But you don't have to sack an artifact land. You can sack a Thraben Inspector Clue, a Portable Hull, or an Esper Sentinel. So there's that. And I could just run this. This looks like completely fine. The amount of Karn that I haven't seen lately makes me just think, well, 4 Prismatic Endings, no Fateful Absence. It's just like... Also, the other thing as well with this deck, you do have quite a lot of... Not quite a lot, but you have 8 turn 1 plays, but quite often you just go Lotus Bloom pass, so having artifact lands to come in tapped isn't a big cost in this deck. But there is a bit of a balance here because Karn, Great Creator, destroys our Lotus Blooms, and the more artifact lands you run, the worse that becomes. But I actually have no other artifacts now, so that's good. Just the 7. So I think I need to go buy some Finales and some Slagwoods and an Otawara. Yeah, this list looks fine. I'm not sure about this, honestly. Like, if I was playing Hammer, I'd want those. I'd want that. and I would want 4 prismatic endings. There's 7 cards, and what can I cut? And that's the issue. And you would then cut like a tutor. But you want the early blockers, you see. You could probably cut one of them and a land, like a Prismatic Vista, maybe. Maybe, yeah, maybe Prismatic Vista. So, like, I've cut 4 cards. Finale is a really interesting finisher, though. I like that. That's cool. I might give it a go. Well, I will give it a go. But it's really interesting. Because, yeah, if you just get to 12 mana, you just kill. But also, if you have 6 mana, you can Finale Tameshi activate. So that's pretty easy to see a world where you could do that. I don't want to play Dryad, though, do I? No. So, yeah, if I was playing... I'd probably trim these to get these 7 in. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, trim a win con. Trimming 3 tutors isn't ideal, but be alright. Cool. I'm definitely giving that a go. Did you mention this on Discord? I don't recognise the username, but I just missed it completely as a finisher. I just didn't really consider it. But that's a really good shout. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll load this to YouTube at some point, and I'll see you in the near future, hopefully. Right, take care, guys. Bye for now.